Tourism and travel have begun to be recognized by governments across continents for economic gain and prosperity. Tourism is the most sustainable force for world peace, a passport to progress. BITB, an industry platform aimed at senior professionals, serious networking, and knowledge sharing across verticals, recently concluded its conclave at Pullman Aerocity. In attendance were stalwarts from different verticals of the travel and hospitality industry, and discussions were held on topics such as the future of travel agents and tour operators. Presidents of the 4 leading travel associations, TAAI, TAFI, IATO and ADTOI, participated in the discussions.
If you can get together, I think even the differentiation from my limited understanding of the industry, whether you're a travel agent or a tour operator, you are still in the same league of being a travel facilitator. You are a travel intermediary. So your business interests are the same. Takeaway which I want to suggest to IATO, TAAI, TAFI, all of them sitting here, that somewhere also please focus on if there is an opportunity or an avenue for working travel trade together. Your interests are common, whether it's inbound, outbound, whatever, domestic, somewhere you need to think about it. My second little takeaway, which I was mentioning to my good friend Lagini, that I will be talking on this in my opening remarks. We are all concerned with tourism in the larger picture. And I think somewhere, which I will try and echo through the day in various sessions in different forms, we need to understand that tourism is not just about asking for incentives. Tourism is not about just saying to the government that हमारा ये tax कम कर दो, हमारा ये कम कर दो, हमारा वो कम कर दो. I think we have lost the plot somewhere chasing the larger story for tourism.
This explosion of knowledge radically altered the equation. So from being, we had ABCs, which was a great thing, because you could figure out Raipur was connected to which cities. You could figure out, Kota Kinabalu was connected to which cities. You have to work in reverse now because that ABC is gone. But these were special, esoteric pieces of information which were only available with the travel agent, and therefore the travel agent was king. Today, unless you know the product, unless you've experienced it firsthand, unless you've seen that destination and explored it, you're actually in no position to sell it. And I'm talking the larger concept of tourism, not just ticketing. Even ticketing, most of the time people are buying their tickets online. So the disruption that has happened is something that all of us have had to come to terms with in some measure or the other.
We cannot ignore the traditional markets which we have. They need to be catered to, and apart from that, we have to look to wellness, Ayurveda, yoga, meditation needs to be approached with suitable winning packages. Destinations competing with India and the USA must be kept in mind. Then again, the most important is sustainable and responsible tourism, and this should be the watchword as to how we can do that.
Also faced lot of challenges. All the traditional travel agents and the tour operators had challenges from the OTAs because of their unethical practices. Not only that, as soon as the traffic opened and the lockdown opened, what we had done during the pandemic, lot of webinars with the hoteliers, with the state tourism boards, or with the transport systems, all the stakeholders, we had done almost 75 webinars. And even the Ministry of Tourism, they also followed, seeing that domestic tourism is the only way forward to look into that for the revival of the tourism in India.
So let's not be worried about the change. Let's be ready to have a change. Directly to the airline counter buying a ticket. That's a different story. The customer feels a lot of problems, but that's a fact of life. We must accept it. So I said, okay, let's do a nice package. And I decided to make packages to us, and I'm very successful. I went to Chardham Yatra package tour. I must tell you, I had 11 movements in the 1 month's time, 70 lakhs of business in the 2 months' time itself. So domestic is a huge market, high value packages. I refuse to such low value packages. And I succeeded in that. I succeeded because I did not go to consumer directly. I succeeded because I went to you people directly.
To that more, what we need to learn and achieve to work forward is product distribution. How do we create products? We need to innovate, we need to be creative, and we need to market these products. By doing that, that is going to help us all. Whether it's a travel agent, it's a tour operator, it's a hotelier, everybody. We need to have a creative product, an innovative product that will help us to sell better and sell more.
In the hospitality business as a supplier, what we see is if you go up the value chain, if you're going from upscale to upper upscale and to luxury, if you can value engineer on the product side, your GOPs actually increase tremendously. So you're not spending more money to have the same customer, and all the savings come straight to your bottom line. So it's a fine balance, of course, case to case. These are leisure properties, remote locations, cost of land acquisition is probably not as high. We were able to talk about our service standards as much as we could, but you were talking about it far better. So you are our ambassadors, even back in the day when we couldn't speak to as many customers as desired. We had a small operation up in the north. You knew your customers better than we did. So you could accordingly recommend what aspect of that property or experience he or she should look at.
And I strongly believe in our country, small pockets has their own circles. And these circles you cannot tap directly, even OTA will not be able to tap directly to OTA. We always look at the problems, but I see the opportunity. Thanks to COVID, I take COVID as a really positive step, though all of us suffer a lot. But from the point of business, we got the chance to look ourselves, do our own appraisal, and work effectively and accept the challenges in near future.
You are watching Travel World Online.